What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is Tyler with Computer Services. Today we're going to be looking at OneDrive, how to get it installed and how to use it. If you've never heard of OneDrive, OneDrive is a program that lets you take your files and put them in the cloud. When I say put them in the cloud, that scares a lot of people, but how many times have you been at home stuck without a file because you left that file at work? And you're scrounging around for flash drives and you're trying to check your emails to maybe see if you have an attachment of a file, and you find that you're out of luck. Well, OneDrive is designed to solve that problem. OneDrive basically backs up all of your files online so you can access them from any device at any location as long as you have internet access. You can access them on your phone, you can access them on a laptop, a tablet, pretty much any modern device, Android, iOS, Windows, etc. Being an employee or a student here at National Park College actually gives you a OneDrive account and gives you access to a large amount of storage to where you can put homework files, you can put syllabi, you can put purchase order files, anything on a OneDrive account and access it from anywhere. Today I'm going to show you guys how to install it on your Windows PC. I'm also going to give you some tips on how to use it, how to back up your files, and how to migrate over to OneDrive and store all your files there. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now on Windows 10, OneDrive is supposed to come built in on newer versions of Windows 10. There's a quick way to check that to make sure you have OneDrive installed. A way to do that is to go down to your Windows Start button. We'll go ahead and click that and a search bar should pull up. We'll go ahead and search OneDrive right there, and it looks like I already have it installed on this machine. More than likely you have it installed as well, but I understand some people do have Windows 7 and older versions of Windows. In that case you'll have to go to the website to get the install, so we'll go ahead and run through that real quick. If you already have OneDrive installed and you see it here, you can go ahead and skip this step. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the browser, and we'll go ahead and search OneDrive download. Then we'll click go to download, the first link here. And there's another button here you can check to see if you have OneDrive installed already. You can either click that, and if nothing happens, more than likely you don't have it installed, and you go ahead and go down here and click download. And once that's downloaded, you're just going to start it. It'll pop up down here. So again, this is for if you don't have OneDrive on your PC already. You can just click here. Alright, so if you got OneDrive installed, we'll go ahead and try to open it up here. So we'll go back to the start menu and we'll type in OneDrive again. And we're going to click on that link for the OneDrive app. We're just going to enter our campus account. Whether you're a student or employee, you're just going to enter your email address there. Right here we're going to choose work or school. And now, as you can see down here, OneDrive is now running in the background. And our password. Alright, so the next step is OneDrive is going to create a new folder on your computer. It's going to be called OneDrive-NPC. I'll show you guys where that is in a second, but basically this is going to be your OneDrive folder. And you can change your location if you want. We're going to leave it default. Okay, so it's going to run through this quick tutorial. You guys are welcome to take your time and click through this tutorial on your own. I'm probably just going to skip through some of it and just explain it as I go. But basically it's saying you can take any files on your PC and move them into your OneDrive, and OneDrive will start backing that up right away. This section here tells you a little bit about the icons involved with Microsoft OneDrive. Like this first icon shows when a file is available online. This means that the file isn't downloaded on your PC, but as soon as you try to open it, it will download the file. The second one means that it's on your PC, it's been downloaded, and you can open it at any time. If you see a solid green, that means that these files are always updating and syncing to your PC or whatever device you see the solid green check. I really like this method, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to set this up for all your files. And this link here, if you guys don't have OneDrive on your mobile device already, I would click on this link. That'll take you straight to a web page. On this page, you can enter your phone number at the bottom, and you'll get a link to install OneDrive on your phone via text message. So definitely check that out. Go ahead and close this. And that's pretty much the quick tutorial that Microsoft provides on install of OneDrive. So we're going to go and open up our folder here. Okay, so now we get a notification OneDrive is now syncing to our PC. So now our OneDrive has been created. Over here on the left hand side, you'll see it in your file explorer. This is that folder I was telling you about. The icon is a cloud, so that easily tells you that that's your OneDrive account. Now my folder is empty here, so okay, so I got some files on my desktop here. I'm going to go ahead and move those over to my OneDrive folder. That way they're backing up online and I can access them from anywhere. You can go ahead and start selecting these. One quick trick to select multiple files, whether you're in File Explorer or on your desktop, you hold down the Control key on your keyboard. And I'm just going to left click all these and select all of them. I'm going to get those all in my OneDrive folder here. That's what I'm in currently, so I'm going to left click and hold that. I'm going to drag that over. Okay, so that's got all the files in there now. And as you can see, these little icons here, they just now had a little sync icon on them. That meant that they were uploading to OneDrive. So now that they have a check, now they're online, they're ready to be used from anywhere. You can still open them up just like a normal file. So those are all the files off of my desktop. Now I can go through my other directories here, like my documents. I might have some files in there I want to put on OneDrive. See, I got some stuff in here. I'm gonna go ahead and move all that as well. I'm gonna right click that and I'm gonna cut it. Then I'm gonna head back to my OneDrive that's over here on the left side, and I'm gonna paste that in there. So now I got all those files backed up. So that's literally how easy it is to move your files to the cloud. I know I've met a lot of people here on campus, and when I mention the cloud, people are just flabbergasted at what I said. It's a scary concept, it really is, but once you begin to use it and understand a little bit more how it works, it really is helpful. So now I got all these files on my OneDrive. I'm going to go ahead and see if I have any more files I want to move. See, I don't have any music, don't have any videos. I do have a few pictures here, well, yes, and some purchase order files. I'm going to hold down Control and I'm going to select all these, and I'm going to cut those. Then I'm going to paste those in there. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can move your files. You can either copy them if you like, or you can cut them and paste them, or you can simply just drag them over. Like if you hold down here and you drag over here, you can easily move them. There's plenty of ways to do it. Alright, so now that I have all my files on my OneDrive, I'm going to go ahead and try to organize these up a little bit just to make them easier to navigate through. So, see, I have some self-eval files, I got some timesheet files, and I got some PO files. I'm going to go ahead and try to make some folders here and get these organized. So I'm going to do self-evals. And I'm going to hold down Control and select all those and just drag those in there. Now I got some timesheets. I'm going to make a folder for my timesheets. This is just to clean it up. You know, it really depends on your style. How you organize your files is completely up to you. But for my OneDrive, I'm going to try to get everything kind of tidied up here. So I'm going to select all my PO files, move those into purchase orders, And I'm going to go ahead and make one more folder. I'm going to call this folder Pictures. And I'm going to put some screenshots in there and some well yes trips. I'm going to put those in the Pictures folder. I'm going to go ahead and create one more folder while I'm at it. I'm going to go ahead and call this one Budget Files. And I'm going to take these. Okay, so there was a huge mess there, but in about 2 or 3 minutes I was able to tidy that up real nice. Now that it's all on OneDrive, I'm going to show you guys how to access it from a browser. We're going to go ahead and open up Chrome, and we're going to go ahead and type in portal.office.com. Portal.office.com is the best way to access all your Microsoft services here as an employee or a student. You just type that in and you sign in with your work or school account. And you get access to all your services, all your files, like your webmail. Your webmail's here. You can access online versions of Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Access SharePoints if you're part of any SharePoints. You can access your Microsoft Teams if you're part of any Teams here on campus. For the sake of this tutorial, we're going to go to OneDrive, and now you see all the files we moved just a few minutes ago. We moved them into the cloud, and here they are. They're available from any PC. All you have to do is log in. On your phone, you would see these come up on your phone as well. Now we have some employees and faculty that use their U drive here on campus. We're not saying do away with your U drive, but we are saying that there is an easier way to manage your files and access them from anywhere, and that's your OneDrive account. So if you're a big user of your U drive, your personal user drive, you might want to look into using your OneDrive account. This is also the case if you frequently have to use flash drives to take your files on the go, whether you're faculty and you're at a teacher computer and you were working on a file but you want to quickly get to that file on your office PC. OneDrive is the solution to that. You just sign into your OneDrive on the teacher station as well as sign into the OneDrive on your office PC, and everything's in sync. Okay, so I'm pretty much done here. I was showing you guys how it's available online and that they are all uploaded and backed up online. So you can treat this folder just like any other folder on your PC. The only difference is that this is going to get backed up. So if you have files on your desktop and in your documents and in your downloads, you can move them over to your OneDrive and begin working on them from there. Now, one thing I wouldn't recommend on your OneDrive is large files, like video files, lectures that can be a few hours. It really just depends on how big the file is. If you're ever unsure, you can ask us, the IT department, and see what our opinion is on that. But as far as Excel documents, PowerPoints, Word files, all of that you can upload. You literally have, room for thousands of those files. One shortcut I can show you guys real quick is to add OneDrive, add the folder to your desktop as a shortcut. You can just right click on the OneDrive folder right here. Then you want to hit Send to and Desktop, create shortcut. That'll just put a shortcut on the desktop so we can close this. I'm going to go ahead and rename that. Name it OneDrive Shortcut. So that just put a link on the desktop so you can quickly get to your OneDrive and access all your files. And down here, as long as you see the OneDrive icon down here, you'll know it's running in the background. And you can left click on it, quickly open it up, and it lets you know if it's up to date or if it's currently updating files. If you have really large files, it'll take a while to update. But one last thing I want to show you before I go is the sharing feature in OneDrive. You can share files or folders out to people on campus by right-clicking on a file or folder, and you get a little icon here for the cloud. That's a OneDrive service here, a OneDrive feature, and it's called Share. And all you have to do is enter an email address of someone you want to share a file with. And if you share this with someone, it'll show up on their OneDrive as well. And you can assign certain permissions, and you can even copy a link to email people to access a file. And there's some options here. You can set it to where they can just see it, or if you want them to make changes to it, you can allow editing. So, like say if I wanted to share this with Arthur Wilson in my department, I just type in Arthur here and he shows up, network analyst. In the body of the message, I'll go ahead and ask him, these instructions still up to date? He's the phone guy, so he should know if this voicemail instruction file is still correct or not. So this will let him look at it. He can even make changes to that file if he wants to update it for me. You probably noticed the status icon is different as well. You can hover over that and it says that it's a shared file, and that means you've shared it with someone. Now if you plan on sharing files with a lot of people, that would be where SharePoint would come in, to where if you're working on a file with your department and you got about 6 or 7 people working on one file, that's where the SharePoint would come into play. OneDrive is usually tailored towards files that only you're going to work on by yourself as an individual, but you might need to share something out from time to time. But if you plan on working on something collaboratively as a team in the long term, I would suggest using a SharePoint for that. One other thing I wanted to mention is in your OneDrive you can set a certain PC to download files from your OneDrive and keep a local copy on your computer. I can show you how to do that real quick. So when you're in your OneDrive folder, you want to select all the files in your OneDrive, or whatever you'd like to keep a local copy of. Select everything and you right click and you want to hit always keep on this device. Now what that does is it downloads everything in your OneDrive, or everything you have selected, and it'll keep a copy on your computer in case there's no internet or your network goes down. You will still have these files on your PC. So it's really handy in case there's an emergency or a disastrous situation occurs. You'll have those files on your PC. That's personally what I do on my OneDrive, is I do keep a local copy on both my PC at home and my PC here at work. So if you click on always keep on this device, you'll see down here that OneDrive is actually downloading these files to your PC, and it's already done. That's how quickly it did it. And the status changes to a solid green. Now if you see a solid green, then you know that you have a copy on your computer. So that's just one great trick if you're worried about potentially losing your files or losing internet access. Definitely check that out. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I just want to go over the basics of Microsoft OneDrive, how you can move your files over, and how you can access them from anywhere. So definitely check that out, guys. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're a frequent user of flash drives or the U drive. Having your instructions and files on the P drive or various network drives we have on campus. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.